Hello and welcome to 35 Plus Where to Shop and our weekly retailer review, where every week we take a look at our favourite brands and designers based on style, personality, body shape, colour palette and also dress code. So this week we're taking a look at Marks and Spencer. Now you might be a little bit more familiar with them if you've travelled overseas, and in particular their food hall, which I was a massive fan of. I love a Percy Pig, and also their ready meals were also great. However, their clothing, shoes and accessories and underwear in particular are absolutely fabulous. And I know that whenever I head overseas, I do take a little bit of a peek into Marks and Spencer, definitely. So that's why they're this week's retail review, especially because so many awesome outfits have been popping up on my Instagram feed from Marks and Spencer. So I wanted to share some of my favourites with you today. So Marks and Spencer was actually started back in 1884. It started out as a penny bazaar back in Leeds. So it has a very, very long history and an amazing heritage as well. So if I was to describe it, other than its fantastic food, I would have to say it's perfect for the natural, the classic and feminine style personality. And you'll see a lot of that come through in the prints and patterns that they use, the fabrics that they use, and the cuts that they have as well. So definitely if you're natural, classic, feminine, absolutely perfect for you. When it comes to colour palette, they do cater for all, and every season they do. They do have quite a big range, so you're going to find something in your colour palette. Obviously, with seasonal colour palettes as well, and you know what's happening in fashion or runways, they tend to mirror that too, but you'll always find something, whether you're cool, warm or neutral as well. When it comes to body shape as well, you'll find that they do cater for all body shapes, which is brilliant. And when it comes to sizing, they do stock from sizes 6 to 24, which is brilliant. So you will find a huge range there in terms of sizing. When it comes to dresses, you're starting at 27 Australian dollars, $33 Australian for pants or skirts, $10 for tops, and then we're talking really singlets and things like that at that price point, and then from $33 for your jackets through to your coats as well. Now, the other reason I wanted to showcase Marks and Spencer, and they have been doing it for a little while, is they actually have an Australian online store now, which is brilliant. So it does mean that they're available online. All the prices are in Australian dollars, so you're not going to have that foreign exchange fluctuation when you go to the cart, because they were delivering to Australia before, but you know it was always a little bit of a surprise what the price was going to be on your credit card. And they also have free delivery for orders over to $75, and that's usually about a 7-day delivery for metro areas in Australia, and a little bit longer for regional areas. Now that's actually free express delivery now at the moment for a limited time. I think it's only for the next week also. Usually free express delivery is for orders over $200. So they're doing that at the moment. And express for them, I think, is about 4 days. And again, it will vary depending on region. They also have a 35-day return period. Now, that's actually from the date of purchase, not from the date of delivery. So just bear in mind that you've got 7 days delivery lead time, so you've got to take that off, so that's 28 days, and then also the time it takes for it to be shipped back. So you do have 3 options. You can return items to a UK delivery address, you can return to an Australian delivery address, and you can also organise courier. So you'll need to check the fine print just to see the extra or additional details around that as well. So before I show you my favourites, I just want to remind you, if you haven't already and you want to find out more retailers and designers that are going to be perfect for you based on your style, personality, colour palette, body shape and dress code, then pop on over to 35pluswheretosshop.com, where you can download our free retail guide, and we take a look at 90 of our favourites in there. And I'd also love to invite you to our free Facebook group, 35 Plus Where to Shop, where we've got over 1,000 women helping each other find the perfect pieces for them. So pop in there and say hi. So let's check out some of my favourites. So first up, we're kicking off with a blazer for our warmies, and this is a beautiful, what they call ginger colour. So it's almost a mix of that sort of browny, reddy, rusty sort of colour, which is perfect for your warm muteds, warm muted and dark, and warm muted and soft. Absolutely stunning piece. And the reason I say it's probably more on the muted side is because it's a linen blend. It's very much an open front blazer, so there's no button there to wear, and you can see that you can actually buy a matching pant as well to go with it. I love it that it's got that little bit of a ruched sleeve detail, and it is quite a straight boxy line through. So this is particularly great for anyone who is a rectangle body shape. Hourglasses might struggle a little bit unless you're going to aim to create that inverted triangle shape, and what we mean by that is create width up the top half of the body and keep things really streamlined down the bottom with skinny or very straight pants or skirt. And it will also work for a triangle in that case as well, and an inverted triangle if they aim to create that inverted triangle shape. So really great one. Now the thing that you need to check with this in particular, if you are a triangle body shape, is that the pockets are finishing around the hip, and that is actually considered a focal point, pockets are. So just be aware of that you might have to wear something underneath that is a little bit more of a focal point, or wearing a scarf or a necklace or a bold lip to bring that focus up so that it's not the only focal point there. So great blazer, beautiful rich colour, perfect for this time of year, and because it's linen you're going to see that working quite a bit of year round, just to have that layering piece. Yeah, really great option here. Now sticking to the warm theme, and also, as you know me, very much the animal print fan, I couldn't go past this pure cotton animal print shirt dress, which is in a brown mix. So it's a little bit more of that brown sort of rusty colour rather than sort of the orangey red colour of the blazer. And I love this. This is absolutely gorgeous. They're roll-up sleeves in the dress. It's a shirt dress. You've got a subtle A-line happening through. I love that it is a button-down dress as well, because it means that you can open up the collar as much as you need to, or all the way up. This dress in particular is fantastic for your hourglasses or your triangle body shapes. And the reason being in particular for the triangle body shape is because it's got pockets around the bust area, and also you can adjust where the sleeve sits, like the sleeve length ends as well. And the reason why that's really great for a triangle body shape is because we're trying to create width across the bust line, and pockets are one way of doing that. If you are someone who has a C cup and above, and you're looking to create a little bit of minimisation around the bust area, that's where opening up the top couple of buttons will really help with that, because it creates that space, or what we call that V, around the bust line to make that more flattering for you. And so this will still work for a rectangle body shape. You just want to be aware that with the belt, you probably want to belt it a little bit higher. And the other option as well that you can do with this belt is, we can see it tied here at the front, but another great option is if you don't want to make it a focal point, i.e. you don't want people to be looking at your waist or tummy area, you can actually, like we do with trench coats, and I'm going to show you one in just a moment, you can actually loop it through the belt loops that you can see there, and then bring it back around the back, so that you're actually not seeing any of that belt or tie at the front, and then it's still creating that shape through the waist for you. However, all the detail is at the back of the dress. So a really good option there if you don't want to belt at the front, or you want to make it look a little bit more streamlined through there too. So gorgeous dress, really great option for this time of year. And I love that the sleeve is adjustable, so you're going to get more wear out of it year round, because in the depths of winter you can bring the sleeve down. You could also wear like a little skivvy or polo neck underneath, and pair it with some tights and some boots. But then coming into spring, summer, you can pair it with a wedge, roll the sleeve up further. Yeah, this is very versatile. Great dress. The next one that I wanted to show you was to show you a knit tea. And the reason I want to show you this one, so this is a textured and it's a round neck and it's a short sleeve knitted top. It is in an orange mix. So I have again wanted to show you something that's a little bit warm, but it does come in a black and white as well. So we get lots of questions about, you know, the right sort of tops to wear with skirts or wider leg pants, because we're seeing more of that happening for this season. So we're seeing the skinnies and straights are still very much in, but we are seeing more wider options. And so if you're not someone who wants to tuck in a boxy and soft top with maybe a draping pant, or you don't want to tuck in with a skirt, then a really great thing to do is go for a knitted top that is semi-fitted. So it's not super tight, but it's got that semi-fitted feel to it. The other thing I like about this is because it has got that print to it. And what that does as well is adds interest. It brings the focus up. You know, it sort of skims over any areas that you may want it to. The only thing I'd be careful about here is it is great for a triangle to create width across the bust line, okay, because of where the sleeve finishes. And if I don't know whether you can see my mouse on here, but the sleeve finishes across the bust line. So for someone like me who, you know, doesn't have a C cup or above in bust, it's great for me because it creates width across the bust line and therefore balances out the top and bottom half of me. So just be aware that if you are a rectangle where you're in proportion, or if you are an hourglass shape as well and your bust size is C cup and above, you just want to bear in mind if you are wanting to minimise your bust, then perhaps the sleeve length of this won't be quite right. But everything else about it is fantastic. Now, I can't go past Marks and Spencer for the trench coat. And the reason I love this as well is because it comes in lots of different colours, and I'm just going to show you a few of those now. So you've got in the beautiful blue, the navy, the blush, more of your stone colour, so again, great for warms. If you are a warm and clear, then this beautiful honey colour. And then I am a little bit taken with this beautiful pink as well. So really fun, vibrant, or you can go for those softer, sort of more subtle colours in a trench as well. But really good options for all colour palettes here. Now this is what I was talking about before. I'm just wondering if we've got a picture. You can see here that they've got this belted, but it's actually just around the back. And what it does is it still shows that shape, and that's what I meant by the dress as well. Sorry, excuse me. So you can see that they've got it just tied around the back just to give that shape through the front without making it look a little bit boxy. So you can do that with shirt dresses as well, just to give that shape through there. So that's why I want to show you that. So the trench coat is really great for your autumn time and also your springtime, just when you don't need a full coat, or if you're living anywhere north of Sydney, you probably don't need a full coat, and it's just something that you can layer as well. And I love that the buttons have a little bit more of that tortoiseshell detailing, so it just makes it a little bit different as well. So really gorgeous. Now, last but not least, I have something for the coolies out there. So this gorgeous crepe gathered front shift dress. This is so elegant. So even though, you know, we classify Marks and Spencer as more classic, there's definitely some elegant pieces in here. So this is your gathered front shift dress in a beautiful cobalt. It also, if you hover over, also comes in the black as well, but I think the blue is just so stunning. It's still very much, you know, can be corporate or event wear without being too loud. And I know some people are worried that if they wear colour that it's too loud and things like that. This beautiful blue is that mid-tone blue, medium value, which is great for most people. So it's a really great shape. It creates that hourglass shape. I love the detail around the cuff with the little bit of the gathering there through the sleeve. And also what I quite like is you can see the seams of the sleeve head here comes out a little bit, which is great for creating width across the shoulder line, and that works for everyone. The other thing I quite like about this is it will work for all body shapes because the waist is just that little bit raised, so it just skims over that tummy area as well. It's just such a gorgeous piece that you could dress up for evening, but it's also great for work. And you can see that it's got the tie at the back too, but it is that sort of day to night dress, which I think we're all looking for in a lot of cases. So they are just some of my favourites. Thanks so much for joining me this week and letting me share with you Marks & Spencer, which is one of my favourites, not just for underwear but other clothes. Check out the shoes as well, they're really cool. So we are actually going to have a week off because of Easter and the Anzac Day public holiday. So we're going to see you back in 2 weeks' time to share our next retailer review. In the meantime, if you want to find out more, you can join us at 35pluswearshop.com and download our free retail guide, or pop on over and join our free Facebook group called 35 Plus Wear to Shop, where we share our styling tips and we have lots of women in there helping each other find the perfect pieces for them. Have a wonderful Easter and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Take care. Bye.